Brandon Swanson was just 19 years old when he disappeared without a trace, and the final phone call he made before vanishing has haunted everyone who hears it. It wasn't a call filled with fear. It wasn't a call to the police. It was to his parents. Calm. Collected. He was walking toward help, or so he thought. Then, mid-sentence, he was gone. And what happened next has baffled investigators and chilled the nation for over a decade. It was May 13th, 2008, in Marshall, Minnesota. Brandon had just finished a semester at Minnesota West Community and Technical College. That night, he celebrated with a few friends. Nothing wild, just a small get-together. He left around midnight to head home, a route he'd taken dozens of times before. But something went wrong. Somewhere along the drive, Brandon's car veered off a gravel road. It didn't crash, just got stuck. No damage, no skid marks, nothing alarming, but enough to leave him stranded. At 1:54 a.m., Brandon called his parents, Brian and Annette Swanson. He said he wasn't hurt, but the car was stuck and he needed a ride. He was sure he was near the small town of Linjas, 10 minutes from home. His parents drove out immediately, staying on the phone with Brandon the entire time. They tried to find his location, describing intersections, flashing headlights, hoping he'd see them. But Brandon didn't. He said he saw the lights of a town in the distance and would start walking toward them. He told his parents to meet him there. For nearly 47 minutes, they stayed on the line. Brandon sounded clear-headed, logical. He wasn't panicking. He was just trying to meet up with his parents. But the conversation became increasingly frustrating. Both sides thought they were near each other, yet nothing matched. No lights, no sounds, no familiar landmarks. Still, Brandon walked on, sure he was going the right way. Then, suddenly, at 2:28 a.m., Brandon said, "Oh, S asterisk, asterisk, asterisk." The line went silent. His parents assumed the call had dropped. They tried calling him back, no answer. Again and again, they dialed. Nothing. They drove around for hours, hoping he'd appear. But by morning, Brandon was still missing. When they reported him to police, officers initially brushed it off. He was an adult. Maybe he just left on his own. But Brian and Annette knew better. Their son wouldn't vanish like that, not without saying something. And not in the middle of a phone call asking for help. Eventually, the investigation picked up. Authorities pinged Brandon's phone and discovered something shocking. His last known location wasn't near Lind at all. It was by Tontonover, 20 miles northwest of where he believed he was. That meant Brandon had been completely off in his understanding of his location. Or something else was going on. His car was found near Taunton on a narrow gravel road. It wasn't damaged. It wasn't in a ditch. It had simply been parked, as if he'd stopped and walked away intentionally. There were no signs of foul play. No footprints. Nothing out of place. But when search dogs were brought in, they tracked a scent. Brandon's trail led from the car down a gravel road, across fields, and toward the Yellow Medicine River. Then, the trail abruptly ended near the riverbank. Some believed he had fallen in and drowned, but dive teams scoured the area. No body, no clothes, no phone, no backpack, nothing. It was like he stepped into thin air. There are theories. Maybe he tripped and hit his head. Maybe he fell into the river. Maybe he got disoriented in the dark, wandered, and succumbed to exposure. But none of that explains why nothing was ever found. No remains. No trace. And no one has ever reported seeing or hearing anything unusual that night. The most chilling part, that final sentence on the call? "Oh, S. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk." What did he see? What did he hear? What happened in that exact moment? His parents don't believe he drowned. They believe he encountered something or someone that night. Something he didn't expect. Something that made him react in fear. Some believe Brandon may have seen headlights or movement in the distance and turned, startled. Others suggest he could have seen an animal. Or worse, a person. But none of the search efforts ever confirmed a struggle or any sign of foul play. No blood. No dragged footprints. No scuffle. Just silence. Years passed. Still, nothing. His phone was never recovered. His wallet never used. His name never surfaced in any other investigation. No sightings, no hints. It's as if he simply evaporated from the world. His parents never gave up. They kept returning to the area, organizing searches, walking riverbanks, scouring fields. They pushed for new legislation, too. Minnesota eventually passed Brandon's law, requiring police to begin searching for missing adults immediately if the circumstances are suspicious. It's helped other families, but it hasn't brought Brandon home. One detail still haunts investigators. When Brandon said he saw town lights in the distance, some believe he may have actually been seeing lights from farm buildings or distant homes, not a town. If that's true, he wasn't walking toward help. He was walking further into nowhere. It's the kind of case that leaves behind nothing but questions. How could a smart, level-headed young man vanish in the middle of a call on a quiet road in a rural area with no trace? Was he lured? Was it an accident? Was he lost and scared? Or did something darker find him first? No one knows. And that silence after 2:28 a.m. still echoes for those left behind. Brandon Swanson remains one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in America. His story is a chilling reminder of how fast normal can turn to nightmare and how sometimes, even with a voice on the line, people can disappear forever. If this story moved you, don't let Brandon be forgotten. Share his name, keep the mystery alive, and for more chilling real-life cases like this, subscribe to The Final 48 where the truth hides in the final moments and every second counts.